I actually want to show you guys my base design today. So that's it over there. It's not that big, but I believe the bigger you have it, the more likely it is for you to get raided. Like my neighbor over here, he's been raided, but his base just looks really juicy to raid. So I can see why it was hit over mine. I pretty much attached my base to a rock to make it kind of hidden. I got some roof stacking going on. It's only 2 stories high, but the roof stacking should deter any raiders from blowing straight in through the top. And it just doesn't look like it would have that much loot in it. I left this door right here wooden. I actually threw the key away. It goes to nothing. It goes to a hard side stone wall. So they might assume that I'm still a noob because I have a wooden door up. I've came on and this door alone has been raided, but then they didn't touch anything else. I just replaced the door and put a key on it. I think the wooden door kind of deters the raiders from going too deep. They think it's going to be a noob base, easy profit or something, but really it's just a decoy door. I have my refinery over here I use to cook up low grade. Little box with some wood and some low grade in it. That's my main source of low grade fuel though. Animals are very hard to find to get animal fat. The dome is actually pretty close to here. There's the dome. So I can go right over there and farm it. Bring back like 100+ crude and then cook it up, get a bunch of low grade. I like to build next to the gas station or supermarket because it's a pretty good rat town. There's a couple military crate spawns and not many people build right here compared to the launch site or water treatment or whatever. It's still got a decent amount of crates. So onto my actual base here. So I got the armor door second. I'll never put it straight on the outside. That'll make my base look a little too juicy to raid if I have an armor door sitting right there. Try not to keep my fire on because you can kind of see it through the wall, but got some food here, water and tools. Once I'm in the airlock, I'll usually leave these doors open just so that people running outside my base don't hear my doors swinging all over the place, find out where my loot is. So here's my main loot boxes. Got components, ladders. I got a bunch of metal yesterday. Pretty good on cloth. And I have a bunch of rockets right now. I have about 14 rockets and a bunch of sulfur that needs to be cooked up. Plus gunpowder. I'm pretty low on tech trash right now, so I can't make too much C4, but satchels are the way to go. Satchels and rockets for me right now. So I'm able to find a bunch of pipes usually. But this is pretty much the main loot. Over here I have my furnaces and then ore crates. I only use 3 furnaces. I usually leave them burning all day long. I got a ton of metal ore and high walls in the past raids, so that's why I have all these. I'm trying to figure out what to do with them still. Bunch of charcoal, and then here's all my sulfur ore. I still have to cook it all up. Throw some more wood in here. Gotta constantly be cooking ores when you can't have a large furnace. The large furnace just attracts way too much attention for a solo player. Unless you have it off far from your base, which I could end up doing, but right now I'm just using these 3 furnaces, leaving them on all day. So I have my main loot room, and I have the ores over here, and then I have my gear loot room over here. Plus a bunch of extra stone in here. But I got 6 AKs right now, some pistols, pythons. Then here's my gear sets. I try to leave everything where I'm walking on rug so that I can be kind of quiet in here when I'm moving around. People don't find out where I am moving around in here and blow in. Got my workbench, my research table, and that's pretty much it. I got a fire here and one at the front to cook some food up. But I try to keep just the minimal amount of stuff that I need, because as a solo player it's pretty hard to maintain a big base and keep it not raided. So I got about 12 boxes and I just keep exactly what I need. No junk is kept, everything is despawned that's not needed. And then tools and food are usually kept here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the whole thing. Not as big as you would think, but the bigger it is, the more of a target it is, and people are gonna hit it. If you build a little noob looking thing, and you're less likely to get raided. So that's my philosophy. Build something that looks like crap, pretty small, and you should be pretty safe. I mean, it's still got to be somewhat safe. That's why I have the roof stacking up here. It just doesn't look like it would be worth raiding. It looks like you might get a few thousand silver or a couple guns, but little do they know it's actually stacked full of stuff. Just a small little shack type base, nothing too special, not a big target, but it doesn't really get raided that often. And again, this wooden door over here is pretty useful. It makes it look just so much crappier than it is. And it doesn't really compromise the safety that much if you just wall it off on the other side.